Okay, great. So
Yes,
we'll
sir.
wait for a minute or so and we'll get started. While others are joining, I had sent these questions to you guys on WhatsApp yesterday. We discussed these questions in our session yesterday, and I told you that NSG as a topic we will have to understand. It's a good topic to understand. It is a must topic to understand. You should have understanding. However, from the interview point of view, what are the requirements you have, or what are the questions you should know? How an interviewer will ask. Those questions we have covered. Practical we started, we did not finish. We will do that. It is important, but I told you, I have been telling you many times, I have told you that no interviewer is sharing his or her screen to you or asking to share your screen and deploy something or do something on NSG. No one is doing that, at least at administrator level, where you are expecting or you're targeting a package of 12, 15, 20 LPA. No one is giving you practical. So the only way for them to evaluate you, it's theory and verbal questions. Hence, we equally focus on interview questions. I mean, theory part, it's okay, you should know. Practical part, you should know. It will be good for you when you start working. It will be good. However, you will start working only once you clear your interview. And to clear your interview, you will have to know the theory part, right? So I explained this whole paragraph yesterday. One by one, we did a breakup on this one. I told you which one you need to know, which one you just have to remember. For example, this 5 tuple, even if you don't understand, just mug it up, right? And based on that, I have given some questions to you. In this one, second question, we have not covered it yet, ASG, but we have covered what is NSG. We have covered what are the default rules in NSG. Then we have covered the scope of NSG. Can I apply NSG on multiple? Literally, these questions will come, guys. I do have a question bank here. Trust me on this. I do have a question bank here for Azure. This is for DevOps. Yeah, this is for Azure. Let me see. Here it is, our question bank for Azure. And here you'll see multiple companies, and wherever you see question related to NSG, you will see only these questions. And even when we conduct interviews, we do ask the same questions because we do not have that much of time, that liberty, that bandwidth, that I ask some user or some candidate to share his screen or her screen, or I share my screen, or any interviewer will not do that, that I share it and then ask them to deploy it. Right? Instead of that, what will we do? We'll simply ask these kind of questions, that can I apply same NSG on multiple resources? Can I apply multiple NSGs on same resources? I have NSG on server blocking internet. However, NSG on the subnet is allowing the internet. Will my internet work? We covered this one also yesterday, right? What is the route table? This is also pending. So ASG is question number 2, question number 8 is pending. Difference between NSG and firewall, I'll cover this one also. Can I remove the default rule? So this is also covered, right? While others are joining, guys, do you have any questions? I still see people are still joining, so I'm not starting with the practical immediately. We'll wait for a minute or so. But do you guys have any questions? People who attended the session yesterday or who watched the recording, do you guys have any question? People who missed it, who did not watch the recording, please watch it first, try to understand, and then if you have any question, we'll discuss it here. Yes, guys, anyone has any doubt? Guys, can you hear me? Yes,
Sohail,
no, maybe. Yes, tell me.
hello. Sohail, I missed the class yesterday. Missed in the sense I have attended the first two sessions, and I just wanted to know about Nick.
It's there in the recording. Did you watch the recording?
I don't have subscription, so I have not watched.
Okay,
But I will watch, and if I have a question, then I call you back, or I will put the questions in
sure,
or
sure.
separately to you.
And if that is the only session you want to watch, I'll just share it with you. It's a small one. You
That is
don't
the
have
only
to.
session.
Yeah, okay
Huh.
then. Okay, I'll share it with you on Telegram. That if it,
Huh, huh,
because
sure.
that's a small one. And by the way, that has nothing to do with Azure. It was out of scope. I just wanted you guys to know about Nick. So before we start NSG, you should know what is a Nick. That is the reason I explained that.
Okay.
But yes, go ahead and watch the recording. You will understand. It's very easy. Yes, guys. Any other questions
Okay.
anyone has?
No.
Fine, then we can proceed. I still see we do not have sufficient quorum, but we can't wait more. So we can get started. Whatever we have discussed yesterday, I'll quickly revise it for you guys and we'll get started with the practical. We have completed our Azure Compute section in detail, technical, theory, questions, interview questions, everything. We started with Azure Network. Heavy topics in Azure Network we have already covered. For example, we have covered VNet peering, VPN, uh, I already shared the interview questions with you guys. What could be the questions? For example, route based, policy based, components, right? I understand practicing it's something different. Reading something here in the classes, it's something different. And what interviewer is asking, that is something different. But that is the reason we follow this pattern. Right, so we have done this already here. We are done with VPN, we are done with VNet peering, we are done with VPN, VNet peering global, local. We are done with all of these, and now we are discussing uh, our Azure secure, Network Security Group, NSG. We also discussed about the VNet, subnet, etc. So I hope you guys do not have any issues with that. Okay, we have I think two new members. One is Gaurav, one is Priti. Guys, I hope you have some knowledge on networking. If not, I have already shared the details with you. Please watch them first so you can correlate the details here. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. We here in this class, guys, we recommend or we encourage to use to unmute yourself and ask question and I'll answer instead of putting messages. Feel free to unmute yourself and speak. This will give you confidence. This will give you practice so you will speak better in your interview. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Okay, so guys, we were discussing network security group. Here we are. We have already shared these details. This OneNote is already shared. This link of this OneNote is in WhatsApp group's description. Feel free to go ahead and check that. You will have access to this OneNote completely. So what is NSG? The answer to the first question, NSG is Network Security Group that contains a list of security rules which allows or that allow or deny inbound or outbound traffic. This should be your interview answer. Okay. You can definitely add or you can wait for the next question that where can it be associated. I have already explained it to you. When someone is talking about scope or association, it means कि ये कहाँ पर apply हो सकता है, right? Where can we apply this? So where can we apply NSG, guys? Who can answer? Where can we apply NSG?
It
What
can
is
be
the scope?
applied, so it can be associated at subnet level or at NIC levels.
Yes, either at NIC level or subnet level, right? So okay, let me move from here and I'll go to these questions because you guys already have answers here. Okay. What are the default rules in NSG? How many rules are there? Who can answer?
Three
Three
inbound and
inbound,
three
three
out.
outbound.
Total six round rules. Three
Okay,
inbound and three outbound.
good. And what are those rules? Anyone would like to say three inbound rules? Outbound rules? See, guys, this is very important.
Allow
You will have,
VNet
yes.
inbound. Allow Azure load balancer.
Hmm.
And I don't remember the third one.
Okay, that's okay. At least you tried. Guys, make sure you remember it even if you don't understand it because interviewer will ask you. And there's no way he's gonna ask you and check कि इसका क्या मतलब होता है इसको granular way पे explain करो. He or she is not spending whole interview on one topic. But if you give this answer in with confidence, this topic is over for the interviewer. So make sure you remember it properly. I'm gonna explain it now. We are gonna understand that how it works, but you guys will have to remember it, at least from the interview point of view. Is it clear to everyone, guys?
Yes, Wilbur.
Okay. Next question is scope. We are done. Default rules. Can I apply same network security group on multiple resources?
Yes. Yes, we can.
Yes. And
Yes.
here, when I say multiple resources, those could be only two resources, subnet or NIC. So multiple subnet or multiple NICs. Just because I say resources, that does not mean I can apply NSG on a storage account. I hope you understand that, right? Here, resources means again NIC or subnet. But the question is, can I apply it on a multiple resources, multiple NICs or multiple subnets or combination of them? So answer is yes. Again, guys, do not give here. It's okay in the training session, but in interview, please make sure you do not give one word answer, close-ended answer. Do not give just one yes or no in these kind of answers. Even if you have to just repeat the sentence, you may think it sounds foolish, but that's how it looks good actually. Add something, add 2 3 words here and there and answer. If someone is asking, can I apply say NSG on multiple resources, say yes, definitely yes, you can apply same NSG on multiple resources like multiple subnets or multiple NIC or combination of them. Answer like this, and this will give confidence to your interviewer. It will make you stand aside from other 50 candidates who are applying for that single job. Just yes and no gives a little bit of nervousness कि यार तुक्का लगा दिया, हाँ तो yes होगा या तो नहीं होगा. No, that doesn't give. But if when you give the explanation, so your interviewer knows that he or she, the person, is not just saying yes and no for the sake of it or for just gambling purpose. Person knows about it. He knows the rationale behind it. What happens? So it gives more confidence to your interviewer to send you for the next round or to enroll the offer letter for you. My next question is, can I apply multiple network security groups on a same resource?
No, we cannot apply multiple NSG on same resource.
Yes, we cannot on a NIC also. We cannot have multiple resource, multiple network security groups. On subnet level also, we cannot have multiple network security groups. Clear? Next question is, I will paint it for you guys. Though we have done it already, but this is very important topic. Hence, I'm doing a revision for you guys, so you should understand it well. So the next question says that I have energy on a server. Now, when I say I have energy on server, where is it exactly applying on server? Is it literally on the server? If yes, on which component? I'm saying I have energy on server. तो server पे कहां पर होगा वो? Yes, guys, on server.
Nick.
Nick
Yes,
on Nick.
yes.
Okay.
So let's say this is my server 1. This is my VM001. This is the NIC of that VM. So here I will have one NSG attached. So my NSG is attached to this NIC. Though in common term, talking term, I will never ever say that it is attached to my NIC. Normally I'll say it's there on my server, because it is implied everyone knows that when I say server, it is at the NIC level. You will never hear your interviewer explaining this that it is on NIC. He will say it's on server. It's implied that you should know it is when I say server. On server, it is on my NIC. It is not on RAM. It is not on hard disk. It is not on motherboard. It is not on a graphic card. It is on NIC. I hope this is clear to everyone.
Yes, Silver.
So the question says, I have NSG on server which is blocking the internet. Okay, so this NSG, it is blocking the internet. This is how you will have to imagine questions, guys. So you won't have this much of time, but with practice you will get it. You will have to imagine the question and imagine the diagram in your brain when your interviewer is asking. So this NSG, it is blocking the internet. What else it says? And NSG on subnet is allowing the internet. So obviously this machine is a part of subnet. Can we have a machine without subnet? Can I directly have a machine on VNet without subnet?
No, we cannot.
No, we cannot.
So let's say this is my VNet. The red one is my VNet. Green one is showing my subnet. I have multiple subnets. As of now, we are not talking about VNet. We are not talking about subnet. We're talking about NIC. Machine NIC, it has NSG. It is blocking the internet. One more condition, it says that there is NSG on subnet level also. First thing, is it possible to have 2 NICs in this situation, whatever situation I'm showing? Is it possible to have like this? Is this setup possible or not? We just discussed, guys.
Two NSGs, no?
Yes.
Yes, it is possible. One on the NIC card and one on the subnet.
Yes, guys. Why so confusion? Any doubt, guys? Did you not understand it? One NSG, it is at the NIC level. These are two different resources. Understand one thing. What I said, two NSGs at one resource not possible. Now, when I have NSG2 here, having NSG3, it's not possible. Or having NSG2 here, it's not possible. Or again, having NSG1 here, it's not possible. At a time, one resource can have only one NSG. But these are two different resources. NIC is a different resource and subnet is a different resource. Got it? Yes, no, maybe any
Yes,
confusion?
we got it.
So it is not required. Even if I remove this energy will work for all the machines in that subnet. But maybe there's some business reason, hence I allowed it. Hence I appointed here. What could be the business reason? We'll just see it right now in the same example. But let's go back to the question. Question says, it is blocking the internet here. However, it is allowing the internet at this energy. My question is, will internet work on VM001 or not? Will I be able to access youtube.com from virtual machine 001 or not?
No, it will not work
No,
because
it's not.
on the NIC
It
level
will
it is
not
blocked.
work.
Yes, why? Because the moment you go to your machine and you go to your browser, you log into your machine, go to your browser, you type in google.com or youtube.com. First thing your request will leave from here, go to your NIC. Right? And from NIC it will go somewhere else. But at the NIC level, you have one energy which says internet traffic is blocked. So it is not going anywhere. It doesn't even know whether it is allowing it energy 2 or not, or if there is any energy or something. Machine doesn't even know. Fine. It's done for this machine, it's done for here. Got it, guys?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes, we
now
got it.
business case. Why would we require two energies? Example, under same subnet, I have 10 machines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And let's say here I have one more machine. Okay. Here my requirement is all machines should have access to internet except for virtual machine 1 and virtual machine 11. This is the business case. First question, am I achieving my business requirement here? Looking at the diagram, am I achieving my business requirement or am I not? Here it
No, we
clearly,
are not.
Yes, we are achieving.
here
With
the question
Yes,
is,
we
VM11,
can achieve that.
my requirement is, guys, my business requirement is all machines in this subnet should have internet access except for VM001 and VM11.
Sir, VM001
Yes, we
it's
can
not
achieve that.
working, but VM11 is not. We are allowing the internet to VM011,
Got
but
it.
VM00 blocking.
Okay. So now I want to block internet on VM11 also. What can I do?
On a NIC level, we can block it.
Yes, how? Got
we
it.
can
At
apply
VM.
the NSG1 at
NSG1,
VM11.
we have 11.1, right?
Perfect. I mean, technically, we can create another NIC, another energy here, NSG3, which will deny the internet. But why to do that? We already have one energy with us, and one energy can be applied multiple places, right?
Multiple places.
Yeah. So why to do
Mhm.
that? I have one energy. I'll simply attach this NIC to this energy. That's all. And this is here I have achieved my business requirement. This is NIC, and I have attached that NIC to this energy. I have associated. Got it, guys? Why should we have, or why would we have this kind of setup? If I had requirement that all machines should not access energy, should not access internet, what will I do? Why would I have extra energy? I'll simply come to this energy and deny the internet. Simple. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay, now yesterday we did not have sufficient time, hence I could not explain it properly. I was talking about two VNets. Let me see your understanding. Now I have one more VNet here. It is in, both are in East US. Both of them are in East US. Okay. The location is East US. Because yesterday I was taking a different region example. Hence I told you, okay, ignore the capsation. And here I have some subnets. And in that I have some machine. And my requirement is internet should be allowed here. Can I use NSG2 here, or do I have to create a new one?
You can use it.
We can use, right?
Yes, we can use. Now same example, this VNet is in East US 2. This is in East US 2 region. Can I use same subnet, or do I have to create one?
You have to create.
Oh, can we do this by pairing?
What it has to do with peering? The moment you do peering, only your machines can talk to each other. All of your resources cannot go, I mean, resources which are out of the VM, they are not visible to each other.
Okay.
So answer is no. You can share it at the in the same region. Different VNet, it's fine, but region should be same. If I have these subnets in East US, another VNet is in East US 2, then I will not be able to share my I will not be able to share my network security group. Is it clear, guys, to everyone?
Yes.
Sir.
Hmm.
Sir, if the same region and the resource group are different, then we have to create a VNet NSG2 we have to create, or it's can we share in that also?
For resource group, there is only one exception. Which is one? Which is that one, guys? That cannot be shared across the resource group. Other than that, everything can be shared. There is only one exception which cannot be shared with different resource group. What is that, guys?
Zone. It's a zone in that options will be coming. Like once again, I know.
I know you got the answer, but understand, trust me, your interviewer is not going to give you benefit of doubt that okay, he is somewhere nearby, he knows that. He's not going to give you. So I need the exact jargon and a proper answer if I am an interviewer. The moment you said Satish something, I know you know the answer. You just can't recall it. I understand that. But your interviewer is not going to understand that. So what he or she needs, it's the exact answer. Yes, guys, who knows that? A resource which cannot be
Availability
shared.
set.
Yes. Availability set is the only resource which cannot be shared across the resource group. Other than that, anything can be shared. I mean, if you're one VNet, it is in resource group 1, and you are creating a machine in resource group 2, you can use the same VNet, same subnet, same NSG group, anything. As far as you have access to that resource group, that is a different thing. Do not get confused between access. Okay, so access should be there. Got it, guys? Any doubt? Yes, guys, is it clear? Any doubt, any questions before I move to practical?
Yes, it is clear.
Nazdin, is it clear?
Clear.
Anisa, Asher, Ganesh,
Yes, yes.
Nirmal, is it clear till here? I understand Nick is pending, but this has nothing to do with Nick, at least as of now. Satish, I hope it's clear. Stuti, are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go ahead then. We'll start the practical here. I've created some machine. If you guys are confused with the name, because names are literally confusing, very similar, let me know. I can delete everything here and we can start from scratch if you guys are getting confused with names. Okay, so first let's go ahead. And let me open one machine, or let me delete it for you guys. Fine, let me delete it. I'll create it from scratch. You guys will understand because here I have made some changes and I do not want you to get confused. So while this machine is being created, or rather these machines are being created, I'll create multiple machines. So while these are being created, do you guys have any questions? Please let me know. Any doubt, any questions, guys? So I'm creating a new resource group. We'll call it NSG practice 001. Fine. Click OK. I am creating a machine. Let's call it as server machine. I'm putting it in East US zone as of now. Redundancy, do not confuse and do not mingle up the topics. Redundancy जब हम अलग से कर रहे हैं, we'll do that. Here we do not require any redundancy, so let's not do that. Okay. I told you guys this, I explained when you check this, what is happening, what happens when I check all these things, what rules it is creating, guys.
Allowing.
Allowing all the traffics
Inbound
inbound.
or
only.
outbound?
Inbound.
Inbound.
Yes. So it means that if I have a website on this machine, you guys will be able to access that website. You guys will be able to access that website if I have checked these boxes, these two. These are for websites. Now you don't have to get into this study. This is a little bit difficult, or I won't even call them difficult. But it's vast. You don't have to worry about कि कौन सा port किसके लिए है. Two or three are there famous one. I'll tell you them. You can stick to them. So HTTP and HTTPS, these are for website. So if I uncheck them, even if you have network level access, you will be able to take RDP to that machine, but website is not going to work. Why? Because I have not done this protocol. I have not accepted the protocol. Got it? Yes, no,
Hello.
maybe.
Sir, it's allowing inbound also, outbound also, no, both. If
No,
we
no,
are
no,
checking in
no,
that.
no. It's just inbound.
Okay.
It clearly says here, select inbound ports. It is just the
Because
inbound.
when we are going to RDP, then we are browsing HTTP. Then it's going outside also, no, sir. That when traffic is going outside, that's why I'm confused for that.
No, first thing, RDP for that machine. Understand one thing, guys. Let me create it, and then I'll. RDP and HTTP. I did not get that. What was the question? How did you relate
Sir,
RDP and HTTP?
means when we are when we are going into RDP, then we are opening a web browser. So it's going outside, no, sir. We are commanding like Google. We are going to outside, no. That's why in
How are you
RDP
going
we are
outside?
going.
I am taking RDP. See, I open this RDP. Right, I open this RDP tool. I put that machine's IP address here, and I hit connect. What kind of connection it is for that machine? Is it inbound or outbound for that machine?
Inbound.
Inbound. Then how is it outbound? How are you relating it to outbound?
In that when we in go inside in the RDP, afterwards
Okay,
when
so
we
once you
log
are
into
in the
RDP,
machine, okay, then what? After that, what?
afterwards we are opening a Google Chrome in that RDP. So it's going outside, no, sir. We
Okay,
pinging.
got it. Yes, but no, you are not controlling that from here. I'll tell you where is that. Got your question. Fine. This is the reason I ask cross questions and I ask you to explain your questions. Okay, got it. I'll explain it to you. But no, this is for sure inbound. You are not doing that. What you're trying to access from this machine. Let me open that machine. I got your question. Let me explain your question to others. It will be helpful. And guys, this session is going to take time for sure, because practical is the only thing which will make you understand. So you'll have to have some patience. Even if you're not able to finish it today, we'll spend some more time. But unless you get the understanding clear, you will not be able to answer some questions. Let me turn on this machine, and I log into this machine, and I'll uh, explain it to you guys what Satish is asking, and I'll answer that. Meanwhile, let's create this machine, right? So, but this is for sure inbound, guys. This is inbound ports. So if I don't check this box inbound, I will not be able to access the website which is there on this server. I am not saying कि मैं इस server से Google नहीं access कर पाऊंगा. जो सतीश बोल रहा है that is a different thing, guys. इस server से Google access कर पाना that is a different thing. I am saying कि इस server पे मैंने एक website host कर रखी है Tsoft वाली. You guys have seen it, right? वो website आप लोग access नहीं कर पाओगे if I don't check these boxes. So I'll show it to you. बनने के बाद उसको हम निकाल कर भी देखेंगे. So I've checked those boxes. Next, in networking, I am creating a new virtual network. Let's name it as VNet1. We'll call it as server subnet. I'm not explaining this because we have done this thoroughly. So I'm not explaining subnet and etc. That how am I taking numbers. I hope you guys all are aware of it, right? I'm calling it as client subnet 1. Then I will have client subnet 2. Later we are going to have machines on these subnets. Click OK. Now network security group, NSG. This is the network security group. If I click on basic, it will have those 6 rules plus these 4 rules it will have. Okay, this one and plus these 4 rules. We'll see that once it is created. Next, and disk and management, I'm not explaining, we are done with that already. So I'll just quickly go ahead, create and review. Let the machine get created and then I'll explain it to you. So what did I miss here? I think licensing part. Create. It's being created. Meanwhile, let's go to that machine. I hope this is on now. Yes. So I am able to take RDP here, guys, because I have allowed inbound inbound RDP to this machine. Hence, I am able to take RDP. Otherwise, I won't be able to take the RDP to this machine. This is a new machine, not the one which I have created. I mean, this is an old machine. I'm just explaining Satish's question. So he said कि हमने inbound पे HTTP on किया. Is that the reason that we are able to access google.com? No, that is not the reason. Let me open it to you and let me open this browser and I'll show you the internet is accessible here. Sorry about the typo, guys. My keyboard, it's very hard. Okay, but internet is accessible. This is very clear. I mean, you can see the page, everything is opening. My Teams is opening automatically. So internet is accessible on this machine. But what is the reason? Is it the reason because we check those boxes? No, that is not the reason. Look at this. Google is working, right? If I open some website, it is opening, though it's slow, and that is a different thing. That could be a different thing. It is opening, which means internet is accessible on this machine. So how is it accessible? Why is it accessible? Let's have a look. This is the machine which is in question. Click on this machine. Where can I check the rules? Where can I have one NSG on this machine? Which are 2 possibilities to have NSG?
Subnet and IC.
Subnet and NIC, right? So first let's check at the subnet level, or first let's check at the NIC level. Network settings. This is the NIC. This we have covered again yesterday. Do I have any network security group at the NIC level? Yes, guys. Is there or is there not?
Yes, it's there.
Yes, it is there. This is the network security group. Here I can see it. But this page doesn't look very good. So what I'll do, I'll click on this. This one looks easy to read. So I'll come here. Otherwise, it's same thing. And if I click on outbound rules, though I have not made any changes, look at this. Inbound में भी इस machine पे भी मैंने वही change किए थे. These 4 rules which I checked, those are created here. And this can be deleted also because these are custom rules. But the default rules, they cannot be even deleted. And these are the default rules of inbound. And these are the default rules of outbound. If you guys would have read this question properly, would have spent some time, Satish. I'm being very specific here. So you guys can start studying. If you would have read it, ये question आता ही नहीं था आपका. मैं बताता हूँ क्यों. Now look at this. What does it say? 3 डिफॉल्ट रूल है आउटबाउंड में. क्या रूल है पढ़ते हैं हम. पहला वाला रूल है अलाउ VNet आउटबाउंड. आई विल एक्सप्लेन इट टू यू लेटर. इसको मैं एक्सप्लेन करता हूं बिकॉज वी हार्डली हैव 1 मिनट नाउ. नेक्स्ट सेशन स्टार्ट करना है हमको. एंड देन नेक्स्ट रूल क्या बोल रहा है? अलाउ इंटरनेट आउटबाउंड. कैन यू सी दिस? This is the rule which is allowing us to use internet on your machine. Not this rule. ये जो हमने HTTP वगैरह कर रखा है इसकी वजह से नहीं. Internet is allowed because by default rules में से एक रूल है allow internet outbound. मतलब outbound में इस मशीन से जाने वाला ट्रैफिक जो इंटरनेट पे जा रहा है that should be allowed, which is a by default rule which cannot even be deleted. That is the reason you are able to access internet from the machine. Got it, Satish?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Guys, only 30 seconds are left. We'll close the session. Give me 5 minutes. This recording will get converted and I'll see you guys at 14:45 using the same link. We will join. It's approximately 6 minutes. 14:45. I'll see you guys at the same link. You guys can join the link session using the same link. See you in 5 minutes, guys.